have a good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Peny Radio and Peny GH. Today is another wonderful Wednesday. It is Wednesday morning, and you know how we do it every Wednesday morning. It is Random Thought with Maxine. We are in a new month, so we're bringing you the new month flavor. And it's still midweek. So thank God it's Wednesday. Wherever you're doing the listening, wherever you're doing the watching, I welcome you to another exciting edition of Random Thought with Maxine. So call a friend, call your brother, tell them that we are live on Peny Radio and Peny GH. We're live on YouTube, Peny GH. And we're live on radio, Peny Radio. All right, so Maxine is here. And you know how we do it. Hello. Good morning.
This one is September morning.
Oh my God.
September, dear, I have decided to prolong it. So I'm timing myself.
Yeah.
Dominic, please, if it's not 2 minutes, don't stop me. Hey.
It's important.
Hey, I have him rough. Good morning to all my lovely listeners. It's always a pleasure connecting with you. It's Random Source with the Zine. It's September. It's the second day of a new month. We are all charged, geared up. I'm excited. And this morning, dear, the September morning, please, if I go back on my words, remind me that in this month of September, I'm going to say the morning till the next few minutes before I stop. Trust we are all doing great. It's always nice and it's always exciting connecting with you. Welcome to my world.
All right, so welcome to the world of Maxine.
Yeah.
So we're here, and if you're wondering why the studio is so charged, then I think you need to check your calendar, okay? Check your calendar. We are in the new month.
Yeah. It's September.
Yeah. The month of delivery. All right. Okay, so Maxine, talking about this new month.
Okay.
What are we looking at?
Oh, we are just looking at the fact that we are supposed to be charged. I am charged. Whether we like it or not, it's a new month, and there are so many blessings in store for us. I always try to look at things from a positive angle. So that's the energy with which I want to face the month with.
Sure.
And I trust that my listeners can also tap into this energy. Some of us are low in energy, but whatever it is, I pray for a transfer of energy that will take you all through the month of September. Ishan
Sure.
BBA fine.
BBA fine.
I am fine, cried.
All right, so we're still here. Random Thought with Maxine. You can be a part of this program by sharing your comment with us on WhatsApp 0543-829571. If you're doing the watching on YouTube, do share your comments with us in the comment section, okay? All right. So I think we need to jump straight. Because this month, I'm suspecting this month because we just started. Today is second.
Yeah, so we just go straight into today's business. Okay. Yeah. So good morning once again, and trust we are all fine. So we just go straight into why we are here this morning, and I pick a taxi to the studio. And the driver was giving me some good sounds. And before I got to the studio, there was this song playing, and it kind of like had a link to what I'm going to discuss this morning. So it's Tenny's songs. I don't know. It's Tenny's song. I don't know what the title of the song is, but it goes like, I wanna be a billionaire. I like that song. And I like the video to the song. But it was like, okay, this is what we are talking about today. It's a bit of I want to be a billionaire, and then it's a bit of something that I will still keep you in suspense so that as we go on, the mystery will unravel itself. Abby is cool. All right. So 2 days ago, I went to Accra. I can possibly find a church to Accra. I decided to change my course, okay? So I used the other route towards the pig farm area, and then lo and behold, I knew there was a taxi rank that will load to Accra. So I quickly jumped into the taxi straight to Accra, and it's very comfortable. Luckily for me, I was the only person, I was the first person to say, so I took the front seat. Metra 7 cry. And I was just there, the others joined, and driver sped. So after LLB and after 2 attempts to pass the bar entrance exams and do my professional has been tough. I mean, for all those who are listening and people who are done with LLB and are trying to gain admission into the School of Law, I mean, all the things that surrounds it. And so for the first few minutes, I just thought about how some years back I had applied, going back and forth, submitting forms, going through all the hassle and bustle, and it didn't even end well. It didn't even translate in the results. And that got me sad. I felt nostalgia, that how can we go through all these trials, tribulations, prepare for exams, sit, restless nights, and not make the grades and not get admission. And then the question that popped into my head was that they should take their school. And you know how it is like, move from school, and I know that was the most possible reason a lot of people would just give to they not even wanting to attempt to write them bar exams again. But you see, 2015, there was a dream to become a lawyer, a dream to defend the cause of humanity, a dream to give voice to the voiceless, a dream to give hope to the hopeless. And that was the driving force. 5 years along the line, that dream, for lack of a better word, looks shattered, looks broken, looks not possible. And those were the struggles I had this few minutes I walked by the law school. And the question that kept popping in my head was, will we chase this dream again? Can I chase it again? Do I have what it takes to chase it again? Or do I forget that dream? And this morning we are discussing when it gets to a point when the dreams are shattered, when hope looks hopeless, when there is no way out. And you are listening, we've all had dreams. We've all had dreams. Academic dreams, marital dreams, intellectual dreams, whatever it is, spiritual dreams. We wanted things to happen. Just like the song that was bashing in the car this morning, Millionaire, I want to be. We've all had dreams. We'll make it big. We'll tour the world. I remember last Sunday, the president's address to the nation, fellow Ghanaians. Just when I heard that, anything airline will be open, I just made noise, and my sister was like, now call our passports. But we had dreams. I had dreams that someday I will tour the whole world. I will start with South Africa, then go to London and do US, and now they said there's something called Santorini and things. We have dreams that we wanted to travel the whole world, but sometimes you just look at the prevailing circumstance and you're thinking, are these shattered dreams? Can we dream again? Or there is no room for dreaming again? And I know how it is when the dreams look shattered, feel shattered. There's a lot of heartbreaks. I have had my heart broken over this whole law school thing. There are times you knew that this is just my chance to get an admission. I wrote, I learned, I invested. But you look back at the results thereof and you think, no way. How could this happen? And there has been sleepless nights, agonizing. You are not alone. There are some of us who are still living with our heartbreaks. There are some of us who do not even want to visit the past of the dreams we held on to because we feel there is no hope. And that's the part that I want to debunk this morning. I had taken an opportunity to work with a law firm. just because at that point I felt like that is all I needed to remind me of the fact that you cannot give up on this dream. But even working with a firm, there were times that I thought, oh, so this is all there is to law. It doesn't even pay off. It is not as we thought. It looks all sophisticated and glamorous, but there's nothing to it. And that's the part of you that tells you that just forget it. Just forget it. And those are the lies. Just because you can't get it, there's always an easy option, and that's what we go with. Let's go. The easy option of letting go. The easy option of saying, I don't want to go through those agonizing circumstances again. I'll just forget that dream. You are listening and you probably had set goals and you had dreams that, oh, okay, by 30, I should have bought a land. By 25, I should have gotten married. You are 40, 45, and there is no man in sight. And you just want to forget the dream that you had once upon a time, that you wanted a beautiful family. A family that is closely knitted. A family that will be the envy of everybody. You are in the point of your life where you're thinking, okay, career-wise, you should have probably be CEO. Probably had attained maybe the highest level in managerial position. And it doesn't look possible. You are still crawling. You are still even crawling at the bottom. And you think, no way, I cannot. We have written things down. They say, write down the vision. We have written things down. And I'll share with you. My dad had written 25 things he wanted to see happen to him before he died. And when we were kids, he would stand in front of the mirror and he'll be saying it in his mouth. And like, what is he saying? And this morning, I stumbled on that paper. And I read through it because the vision is supposed to be written. So that it says as a reminder that these are dreams. They must happen. But if they don't happen, if they cannot happen, what can we do next? And that's what we want to discuss this morning. So I just read through my father's 25 things he wanted to see happened. Some were quite funny. And I'm like, what was he thinking then when he was putting all these things on paper? But I don't know. I should have sought his permission before sharing this. But I'll tell him after the show. So there was one I saw and I was laughing. I mean, for all those who are listening to us, I'm Catholic. And my father wrote one of his greatest wishes that he wants to have an audience with the Pope. And I just looked at them like, hey, now where are you going here? So that, I mean, to have an audience with the Pope, you should be part of the clergy. Or you should be a president who goes to Italy and go to the Vatican. But he wrote that. My dad is almost nearing pension. I don't know when he would have an audience with the Pope. There was something too he wrote that I wanted to share with you. He said he wants to be the greatest and wisest name in show business. My father is a banker. I don't know then, probably he had hopes and aspirations and dreams of venturing into show business. But my father is not like Sarkodie now. Or my father is not like Uncle Obo White, who is producing nice plays. But he's a banker. And I am thinking, then there was a dream. Maybe he had a sin for the show business. And he thought that once I get the opportunity to venture into show business, I must be the greatest. And he wrote one thing like, okay, he wanted to have hotels in Ghana, Togo, Wales, Jamaica, and all that. And this is a man who was thinking about building an empire, especially when it comes to Wales. My father does not own a hotel, not even in Ghana, not even a guest house. But these are some of the things he wrote. And spiritually, he wrote things like, oh, he wants to read the whole Bible cover to cover. That's one I'm sure he's been able to do that. But there was something too I saw that spoke to me. Then my father had been married to my mom for some time now. They had not blessed their marriage, and it was on that list. 2006, my parents blessed their marriage. And so even that dream has materialized. The rest that I shared with you had not. They will, they can, they may, but whatever it is, there are some on that paper that has materialized. There was one I saw that also struck me. I'm like, I'm taking this with me when I also make my family. And that is idolize my children and my wife. And I'm like, okay, this is a good one. This is possible. But whatever it is, whether shattered dreams, whether hanging dreams, whether not so good looking dreams, the picture might look ugly. It might not look too fine. It might look like the only way out is just to let go and not to dream again. I was working with a law firm, and deep within me, there was no hope of putting a wig on my head. Somebody will say, how possible? Impossible. But it was. I was working with lawyers, and I thought, okay, they are lawyers. Probably I'm not meant to be a lawyer. And that's what life presents you. The lies. So that you do not look at the hopes. The lies that it is not possible. The lies that, can you go back to school again? Oh, at this age, what am I going to do in the classroom? When you know that you are hoping, or some years back, you were hoping to get a master's. You were hoping to get a PhD. But the lies kind of like surpasses your hopes. And the lies would let you settle for the let go instead of hold on. We've all had shattered dreams from childhood till now. Our dreams are always shattered because that is life. We do not get all the things we want. Things do not go the way we calculate them. I remember when I was in uni, I told myself that I completed uni at the age of 21. And I told myself that at age 22, I should get a master's. Guess when I got a master's? 3 years ago. And that was it. But the dreams of getting a master's was not something that I was ready to toss around. I thought to myself that I had failed countless number of times. Oh no, I had failed. I'd always wanted to do a master's in communication. I had applied close to like 5 times at the University of Ghana. And anybody who has a history with the School of Communication at Lagos knows what it is. They just take like 20 or 25 people out of some people. And I tried every year. So it got to a time, there was a secretary to the graduate school who would see me and say, hey, Maxine, this year too you have applied. I said, yes, madam. But the point is, I had tried like 4 times. I told myself, no way, I wasn't going to try again. But 2 or 3 years ago, I saw another advertisement in another school. And I'm like, this is my opportunity to hit after 4 years. And I took the opportunity. And when the time was right, everything fell in place. Your dreams might not look like they are achievable. They have been shattered in the past. But just like my father will write the things down, there are those that has not materialized. But there are those that will materialize. What drives you is my question to you this morning. Once it is your passion, this world is not too small to accommodate each and every one of us. It is not too small. And that is the mistake we do most often than not. Oh, everybody. But I tell myself, in as much as getting admission to the law school is highly competitive, there are still people who make it. There are still people who get a slot. So how about working a bit harder? How about not giving up on the fact that, the system has become choked and all that? How about pushing a step further? I sit here, and pushing a step further is not as easy as I say. But I know that there are circumstances and situations where we have pushed further. You know it. There have been times you push further and you gained results. There are times too you push and you push and you push and the results is still 0. But you don't give up. This morning, what are the lies that you are holding on to just because they are the ones that makes you comfortable? Are you doing the let it go? Are you still dreaming about being a billionaire? Are you still dreaming about owning that house? I sat yesterday in church to Abekala Pass, just around the Tesano area. I saw all those beautiful houses, some for sale, some for rent. I'm like, I wish I could buy this one and renovate it to my spec. That's a dream. I don't know if that can materialize, but I dream anyway. You are walking by that car depot and you know that is your Mercedes Benz. You know that is the Camry you want. You have dreamt since your childhood that if it is car, it has to be Jaguar. If it is machine, it has to be German machine. And you are still struggling with a meager salary. And you still see that car. And you think, can I ever own this car? Can we not let go of the dreams? Can we just hold on to the hope? That little hope. I mean, sometimes we lie about it. Oh, so I can't cry me febium. But him say, "Ope." Or our but you know that you had always longed and you had always dreamt of a family that was closely knitted and correct. You know that, oh, master's cry, they say, oh, pay Juma cry, but you know that you want a master's in marketing. That has always been it. You know that after 10 years, you had told yourself that I wanted to go back to school. You know that when people say doctor something something, you wish that you have doctor attached to your name. But you keep telling yourself, oh, at this age, who wants to go and sit in the classroom with all the... But there is a bit of hope in you that wish that you got that thing. See, when you go to court and you meet your mates and you sit, you know how it is like. There's a distinction when you go to court. Lawyers sit first, all others behind. And you know that you are just a step closer to sitting in front. And you are ushered to the back. You don't give up on the dream. You don't. This morning, are you letting go? Or you are holding on to that hope that is speaking to your mind and your heart that don't give up on that thing you so desire? I speak to you this morning. I speak to myself. I challenge myself because for me, I think September is a time for us to dream again. You know how it is like when you are dreaming some nice dream and somebody abruptly you know it. And that's what happens to our dream. Sometimes things happen and abruptly our dreams are dismantled. Maybe some wrong decisions, some wrong turns, some wrong investments. But you know it that when you are dreaming and the dream is nice, you don't want it to end. When you are dreaming, if you have not traveled before and you are dreaming and you dream that you are in London and you went to see your auntie, you realize that, why did I even have to wake up? And you know how it is like when we go to school, those times they say, write a story that ended, it was a dream. We all do not like that thing. Or sometimes you are watching a movie and the part that you are watching is filled with suspense, and only for you to realize that, oh, it was just a dream the person was having. I was shocked to the core when I watched an advert. I didn't know it was an advert. Acrobat was dreaming, had gone to BBC, Voice of America, had gained a master's and all that. Only for Acrobat to wake up and realize that it was all a dream. I say, hey, but for the first time I watched that scene, I thought that those events had happened. And that is how our life is. Probably it's a push for somebody to know that even after the dream, after that wonderful experience I had, even if you are daydreaming, you know how it is like when somebody says sweet dreams. You know it that some of the dreams are sweet and you don't want it to end. You are listening to me right now. There's this girl you have been eyeing, and your dream, you find that, oh, you have married her and she's your wife now, and you know how it is like. Push the agenda. Push the agenda. You dreamt that. Go back to that dream again. Go back to that paper. I don't know how it's going to happen for you. I don't know what you must invest for it to happen. I don't know what you didn't do right then and you have to rectify. But dream again. We'll be right back.
All right, so we're still here. It's still Random Thought with Maxine. Today we're talking half lies, half hopes. So wherever you are, you can be a part of this whole conversation. Share your comments with us in the comment section of the video on YouTube. You can as well share your comments with us on WhatsApp 0543-829571. You're still here in the studios. If you have any contribution, do share. If you have any questions, do share. Do you have any shattered dreams? Do you dream at all?
Okay, people. So do you dream at all? For some of us, we don't dream. Anything goes for us. We are just going round in circles. We are just going through the motions. And the dreams, for some of us, we have also told ourselves that some dreams must disappear. This is not possible. Just like I read from my father's vision that he wants to own hotel. Hey, do you know the price of land now? Want to hold hotel? That's what somebody's thinking. That, hey, do you know what it takes now to go back to school? Even with a family, when you know that, that lady you are married to is smart, she must go back to school. And she has expressed interest that, if I get to this course, it won't be bad though. But you see, maybe childbirth, motherhood, and all the pressures of life, and that is what life does to us. It has a way of punching into our dreams, making holes, scattering them, and making them disappear. Now, I learned this at a very, I think at a later stage in my life, that real confidence includes not knowing everything. I don't know if you are the type who would want to kill yourself just because things did not happen. I know people who wrote the exams once and they have given up. They're like, no, it's a way that bruises your confidence. What are they saying? Are they saying yes? And you know, sometimes I meet people and I tell them, I wrote twice. Like, into venture. You know, just to let you know that all those who made it are better than you. Invariably, I mean, that's what it says. If everybody's writing exams in this Ghana and some people make it, that means they're smarter than you. And so the sight and the thought alone that it's carved for the smart, it's carved for the A student, it's carved for people who have a certain degree of IQ, can even break your hope and will not even let you go forward the next time. The fact that, as for this position, it's not everybody who gets to that top can break you. Or even with a master's, you cannot get that job, can shatter your dream. We have made some dreams disappear because they scared us. Wig kakra de bebo of tisunti ebre. And so you don't even want to see the wig. Wig, we are colonial days, but there is power in the wig. There is power in the thing that you want. You can do it. Till I started struggling with this whole working and having an experience of what it is to taste law, I thought I wasn't smart because in school I felt average. But later when I started working with the firm, they are bringing things and I'm saying, so I knew all these ones. And those are the hard knocks your dreams would make you feel. Sometimes they make you feel less of a person just because you have tried over and over again. And there are times too, you are in the company of people who have not failed before. And so once you fail, you look like you are the outcast. There are people who have not seen failure. They have not. It is not in their book. I reject it. I cannot be the head. I cannot be the tail. I'm always the head. But you see, it doesn't mean that those of us who have failed are the tail. So, there are head people who have failed. There are head people who have failed, but failing and not sitting in your failure is your weapon. The weapon for that hope, that little bit of hope, that half hope that still tells you that you can do it, is your weapon. Probably God is just preparing an enabling environment for you in your next phase. I can share this with you because I know what it is to go through the motion of having dreams shattered. I am sharing this with you because you are listening right now and you are thrown between pursuing that thing or rather letting go. Letting go is easy. My sister will say, lawyer. I'm so lawyer, lawyer. But I just realized that there's a hope in me that I am quenching because it's easier letting go. Can we keep hope alive? Can we go ahead in this phase of our life with full energy, with vim, vigor, renewed mindset? Can we try a little more? I know people who have written driving test exams for so many times. The people will say that I'm a license. There are people who say I'm not going to pay for the license. Even if it would take me 3 times, I would write. There are people who thought they could never drive. I know a friend in London. She told me this, that her ex-boyfriend said, "You are so dumb. I don't think you can even drive in London." Said, "Maxine, I passed the test in London. I drive." Sometimes people say things and they are uncomfortable. They are demeaning. Just like when to me and cha. That must be your driving force. Not to prove a point for those people to see, but to tell yourself that you can do it. I have a renewed mindset now. I'll write the exams again. I will learn a bit harder. I'll devote time. Can you also do same this morning? That's ACCA thing that is still hanging. Can you just go back to it again? That thing you wrote about maybe owning business, maybe you started and it was somewhere again. Can you visit it again? If only that's your passion. Passion must drive you. I sit here and I talk. I'm like, I still love to talk. I still love to defend people. I still love to see peace prevail. I still love to see people treated well. I still can be a lawyer because that's the core value of what you are called to do. And so that is the passion. And the passion is what drives you. For some of us, our passion have been quenched. But you know what it is. You know what makes you happy. You know what drives you. Can that drive you again? Can you pick that tool again? Can you pick that book again? You know you are good with numbers. Can you do that accounting thing again? You know you always wanted to be a marketer. Can you just chatter again? You know you always wanted to have a family modeled to that of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Can you invest prayer again? Can you invest a little? Maybe it might not look too good. You always wanted to have a marriage that was perfect. But now you look like the imperfections. It's a shattered dream. Your wife has become something else. And you're thinking, no way, this is not an ingredient for a good family, for the model family. Can you just go back to working at it again? That marriage is not working. You know that you had a vision and a goal. See, in the midst of our shattered dreams, our goals are not shattered. Our hopes are not shattered. Dreams can be shattered. Goals cannot be shattered. Because goal is like you look forward to seeing that scene. I'm not a big fan of video games. But you see, I don't know whoever invented video games. Over the period, video games have evolved. Those times, there was like breaks. There was Nintendo. There was Mario. Now there is PS1, 2, 3 and the rest. I'm not a game person, but I know. There's Temple Run. And there's a lot. But at the end of the day, I just realized that there is a reason why the person will invent that goal or that game. Temple Run. If anybody knows what it is to play temple, you don't want to be distracted. Because at the end of the day, I asked my nephews, so what do you do? Okay, so you have to fly over the dragon and fly over this and do that before you get to the person. There is some coins that are shining that you have to get. You have to score more points. But in the midst of scoring the point, there are obstacles. And these are the obstacles that some dreams will be shattered. Things will not go the way we want them to go. But the goal is that at the end of the day, I have to get this. Just like we play video games and like, oh, Yashemi. And you know how you throw your hands in despair when they say game over. You want to come back with different strategy. You want to re-strategize. You want to score more points. And those times I was playing I don't know, it was a word game, bookworm. And you know, when you're able to form a word that is more than 8 letters, you get comments like awesome, outstanding. I don't know why the brony does that. Good. But when you get 2 or 3 letter words, like good. It's time to start getting outstanding, awesome. Get those compliments for yourself. Get those compliments for yourself. Just like you play games and you can't understand, say a shell. My nephew will say, they kill me. Oh, they kill me. Just like they kill you in the game and you come back, game over, and you come back with renewed energy. Can we just dream again? Can we pick those broken pieces? What you do with the pieces matters. For some of us, once the glass is broken, straight, we sweep them, everything into the gutter or the dustbin. For some of us, we are thinking, what did we do? Probably you stumble and you fell. Next time you watch your step. Next time when you are packing the glasses, you'll be more careful. Maybe that's the lessons we have to learn. For some of us, we know that it's broken, but we think we can mend it. What category do you find yourself? I don't know if you have ever tried ironing with a stubborn iron and your clothes. There's this iron in my house now that is giving us headache. I thought we bought it in the shop, so it will do well. No, the second-hand ones are even better. This iron, I don't know how to say it in Brofo. Like just when I put the iron in the tin, I just saw boom. You know what happened? It was one of my favorite dress. Because I have not worn that dress for long. Like it was one of the dresses I take to weddings and all that. And for the first few minutes, I was thinking, what can I do? So I just picked my cloth, the dress. As I started looking around it, one, to see if the damage was repairable. And you know how it is like. So it depends where a share. So where the place got bent is what matters. When is the front room and you do an invisible weaving, everybody will know. But you see, you even contemplate the idea. What can I do? People have cut their trousers into shorts because I don't know to know. But you see, you don't throw the torn or the bent trousers away. You can convert into, maybe that dream has not materialized, but you can do something else. Maybe it's always a master's you wanted to get. Maybe you can do a professional. There's always another way out. So just when I picked my dress, I realized that, oh, the damage there was the bottom. I was like, hallelujah. So I used safety pin. I said, oh, wait, I can just stitch in it. Find what kind of damage it is. What can you do with the damage? Do you want to cut that trouser to become a shorts? Do you want to turn that long dress into a short dress? Do you want to go back to that tailor and say, Papa Tailor, see if you can manage this hole for me. Make sure you do something for me. Something I can wear. Manage it. Look for your options. Goals do not go away. Dreams may be shattered. Hold on to that dream. It might feel too late, but give it a push again. And know that the only power that you have is to hold on to that little hope sorry for the break in transmission. To hold on to that little hope instead of holding on to the lies. Thank you so much for attention. And it's been Random Thought with Maxine. Thank you.
All right. So we're still here. Random Thought with Maxine. Okay, so this morning we're talking about dreams and we're talking about hopes. If you have any comment, you can share with us either on WhatsApp 0543295571 or share in the comment section of the video. All right. So we have a comment here. This person says sometimes it is not wise to let it go. All right, but you have to rebrand,
okay,
or repackage.
All right.
Okay, it says sometimes you don't have to let it go. It means that you don't have to shatter that dream. You don't have to do away with it.
Yeah,
just rebrand.
Rebranding, repackage.
Yeah. All right. So thank you for this comment. But you didn't add your name.
Please add your name. Thank you.
All right. So we're still here. You can also share your comment with us, share your thought with us. It's still Random Thought with Maxine. And it is the midweek edition. And we're still here. So someone says, watch the people around you. Mostly they are the people who influence your dreams. They either shatter it for you or or tell you to go and bury it. so he's saying watch the people around you. So please be mindful of the people around you. Okay, be with positive ones. All right, and this one also says that sometimes it is that we do not understand the dream ourselves. So get the meaning of your dream before you start pursuing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I also agree to some extent.
Yeah. So remember I was saying something about that, sometimes we fail to realize that this world is big to contain each and every one of us. Mm-hmm. I mean, God made his world. It is his property. Mm-hmm. He knows what we can do. Mm-hmm. But most often than not, we kind of think that there are some people who are supposed to make it more than us. So I don't know if you've had a classroom experience. You know those times you're in class with people and you think these people will not amount to anything. And then we had shattered their own dreams. Our own friends. Hey, this one day he doesn't know A. He doesn't even know B. Now I bet me I go university. But you see, interestingly, after so many years, you meet them and they are doing fine. Yeah. And so I asked myself, we all have had that classmate or some family member who struggled, didn't know A from B. Mm-hmm. But you see, whatever it is, there was something that kept them going. Yeah. And we see those people and we wonder. And for me, those people are even some form of motivation. Yeah. That if people that in our minds and per our judgment could not amount to anything. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you the story. I sat in class with some boy who was like, time last position there. Then I just met, it was that troubling. I don't know what his parents were thinking then. You know how teachers will say things like your parents are wasting their school fees or and all that. Not quite. There was this time some years back I saw him. He said he was a mechanic. He was a mechanic. I think he found something he could do. Yeah. And then he said one interesting thing, I won't have fool. Then I was so sick. I'm like, but they were thinking, what can he do with his son? Who even marry him? And who even, But that was it. He said, I won't have fool, because he was telling me this because he knew I was a twin. Yeah. And he said he was a mechanic. But then in school, I'm sure if I take my card there, this guy will charge me rough. Yeah. But now he found something he can do. Yeah. And so the dreams might not look like your friend's dream. Mm-hmm. It might not look like, and that's the whole thing. Mm-hmm. It feels like sometimes you're in competition where you are not. Yeah. We are not. Everybody's obiani ni dream. Obiani the things they want to see. For some of us, we are thinking now that it is this or nothing else.
Yeah.
But maybe it is something else that you have not even averted your mind to. There's a passion in you. Sometimes you are even pursuing something that you know you don't even have an ounce of talent for. But you are still there. And there is something, and you are being shattered day in, day out. But there's something you must find out even in that environment. Is this what I am cut for? Is this what I really wanted to do? I know people went to medical school just because they were smart, but they were not supposed to be doctors.
Exactly.
And you know, unfortunately, our parents would also want to live their dreams in us. Just because your father couldn't be the doctor, I say, obey. Why now obey? Meanwhile, the person is cut for something else. So please, it is okay to look at everybody like, okay, we all have different dreams. It is not okay to feel your dreams must be in competition with somebody else. But it is okay to know that this is what you have carved for yourself. And this is your lane. Just travel in your lane with your passion. And know that once you travel in your lane, this is what I want to do. This is what makes me happy. It doesn't matter if it's taken 100 years. It doesn't matter if you had tried over and over again. But it matters that you know what you are made of. And I like the Guinness mantra, made of black. You should know what you're made of. Yeah. That even when you fail that exams, you know that idea will so your lawyer or it's even that sometimes we even reduce their dreams just because of the setbacks. Instead of PhD, my master's is and master's you cram a brain. But there is supposed to be a bigger dream.
Yeah.
And our environment and the past experiences of being shattered, going through agonizing moments would make you feel like, let me just be within my lane. Dream. My father would say, you don't get charged. Nobody says you dreamed that you want to meet Obama. But dream it. The bigger, the better. Shattered dreams do not mean ended dreams. Sure. Just go back to those dreams again. I'm going back to that dream.
Yeah.
That thing that got you all excited, go back to it again. And know that you have what it takes. You will fall, but you rise.
Sure.
September, dream and make it happen.
All right.
Make it happen.
So September, dream and make it happen. All right. So this brings me to this comment. It says, sometimes it is the commitment, the lack of commitment that makes us pull back.
Yeah.
All right. So that
commitment itself is a discipline.
Yeah.
So if you wrote that exams and probably you had committed 2 hours to studying, maybe it's time to increase it.
Yeah.
Maybe do 5 hours every day or 6 hours every day and add weekends.
Sure.
It's time to cut out some pleasures, maybe outing, wedding, something, and invest. Because now you listen to people, I'm like, how did you get admission? The person says things like, "Kai manyemu half." You know it, like you didn't even invest half of what they did. But sometimes too, it's painful. You invest. Oh, Dominic, haven't you invested in some dreams?
A lot.
Like farming. The yield will come and it's only one basket of tomatoes. They say, hey, what happened to the manure and the tilting and the things?
Yes, so I think that's where you are compelled to say, maybe this is not for me.
Yeah.
And you back off.
Yeah. But meanwhile, to a farmer, I've not taken time to listen to maybe the best farmer's response to whatever it is. But I'm sure they didn't get it that easy. There are some years that the harvest is poor, but it doesn't stop them from being farmers.
Yeah. I think my godfather, the one who stood behind me when they were baptizing me, okay, he's in the Doma. At some point in his life, he had a very big cocoa farm. Okay, and all of a sudden, everything got bent. And that was when all his children were starting school. And everything got bent. It's not like cocoa that started. No, cocoa with aso.
Yeah, ready for harvest. Yeah.
Everything got bent. And I think it took the man almost a year to recover.
Good.
And now he started again.
Yeah.
He's having
He
a
didn't
bit
stop
of hope.
farming.
No,
he didn't stop farming.
He didn't.
Once a farmer.
Yeah, always. So I think that sometimes that everything will go bad.
Yeah.
But you should try again.
Yeah.
I respect him for that.
And these are lessons that people do not really share with us.
Yes.
Till you open up or till they open up, we do not know. We only see the glam. We only see the glitz. We only see all the nice and say, hey, nice lawyer. But they don't know that you trailed papers.
Yeah.
They don't know that you had to pick yourself up. They don't know that this marriage that looks good on the outside and looks good in the inside is a lot of work. It's sacrifice. It's prayer. They don't know. But you see, once the dream shapes your thinking, you know that this is the perfect picture you want.
Yeah.
It is not like you want to be a clerk. There's a big there's a bigger focus. Somebody will say, oh man, so you look at it, it might scare you. You want to be a billionaire just because maybe when you look at your family and your social status, class structure wise, everybody is bottom, but you want to be middle class.
Sure.
At least you want to have 3 bedrooms. When as against your parents having single room, you want to have 2 cars as against your father having a motorbike. You want to have children go to good school as you went to, I'm not saying public, I went to public school. So that's it. But we pay for it with sacrifice. But it is always easy when the lies present themselves as the way out. Don't do it. Don't waste your time. It is too late. Let's look at the hope. Let's look at the hope.
Hope again. Hope again. Well, I think one of Father Lasse's favorite quotes is that once we have life, we have hope.
Sure.
And we should adapt this, okay?
Yeah.
And I think for once, if people see you if people admire you, and they don't see your pain, it's because you've mastered your pain so much that it doesn't reflect in
it doesn't show.
And I think it's a good sign.
It doesn't show that these are the things. Should I have not gotten this opportunity to be talking this morning, probably somebody has seen me in the next 2 or 3 years, she had it all rosy. But you see, there's the beauty about the story is in the lessons. It's in the lessons. So you know that you didn't have a straight path. It was rocky, it was bumpy, but you knew you had a dream. You knew you had to pursue it, and that's what makes the story beautiful. So beneath the story are things that are not nice. But you see, we see the beauty, as you just say, once the story is out there. Can we make the story beautiful this time around? Can we forget the ugly and not so pleasant parts? They add to the beauty. Don't forget them fully, but let them teach you the lesson. Just like you can think of the possible things you can do with that torn trousers. Think of the possible things you can do with that circumstance, with that vision, with that dream, and you'll be good to go.
All right. Okay. So it has been Random Thought with Maxine. It is the Wednesday edition, the midweek edition. And today happens to be the second day of the new month, September. Okay, so I think we should be wrapping up.
Alrighty.
Any more comments?
Alright. So thank you so much for your comments. It's a new month. We also want to say thank you, especially from my heart. Somebody will say from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for all those who have been connected. You've been buying data just to listen to us every Mondays and Wednesdays. You've been following our programs all through. All you can say is thank you. I think one of these days I should do a question and answer time where you ask us all the questions and then we answer, especially on Random Thought with Maxine. What do you think about it? Let me know if you really want a Q&A with us so that we can answer all the questions about whatever you want, about me, about Dominic, about the show. I think it will be just an awesome experience. So for all those who have not tuned off, we thank you for the data that you invest in this. And we also thank you for all the effort you put in just to connect with us. We are grateful. Peny Radio is grateful. I am grateful. Now we have become like a family, and we always look forward to hearing and getting to see your comments and all that. And we say God richly bless you. God richly. September promises to be exciting. So just keep your fingers crossed. Crossed for all that goodies that's in the back.
Yeah.
We thank you. It's good. Weekend about home.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Please keep safe. When you see me in town, you know me. Just say hello. I also say hello. And thank you so much. I'm out.
Sure. All right. So a Q&A wouldn't be bad. We want to say a very big thank you for always joining us. Thank you for your comments. God bless you. Let's meet again on Monday. So we have lots of days between this day and Monday. So you can use these days to prepare and join us again. So thank you. God bless you for always staying with us. Even when we say bad things, you do not tune away. All right. Thank you for being a part of this family. We also want to say a very big thank you to Maxine for always
being around. Dominic.
All right, so let's meet again. It is a bye for now. God bless you.